So this last week has been quite a bad one for my anxiety. I'm waiting until the house is empty to record this, so still not hugely brilliant at the minute, but it's better than it was. Yeah, so the main thing that started it off was people in the congregation were going to have a surprise party for someone. And surprise party is not the best for me, because there's so much stuff surrounding them. For a start, there's all the cloak and dagger stuff, so you can't discuss it openly within the congregation to start off with, so that then, you know, if you need help on things like getting there, it kind of sets you off a bit there. And then, you know, surprise parties are just silly anyway, because, as I said, first of all, you got all the sneaking around, don't tell them stuff, which is just doesn't help. Then you've got the fact that normally, particularly when it's a couple, one of them usually tends to twig beforehand. So then you've only got one out of two people to surprise and the other person to act surprised, and oh dearie me. And thirdly, yeah, if it's a surprise party, it's not really that person's party, is it? Someone else has organised it, someone else has done all this, so effectively it's someone else's party in your name, which is, you know, so I just hope that I never get thrown a surprise party, because I'll spend half the time hating it and the other half hating it for a totally different reason, and only a tiny fraction might be anywhere near enjoying it. I mean, it simply comes down to, you know, I would prefer, for me, and other people are different, I prefer to know, then I could in some way, you know, then it really would be my party and not someone else's party in my name. I mean, that's just that. But yeah, so in the end I didn't go, because, you know, yeah, so the anxiety took over, so I didn't go to that party, and then I didn't go to the congregation meeting the following day because fears of reprisal, like, you know, why weren't you there, why didn't you do anything about getting a lift, why not this, why not that? And you see, those are the inner voices of your anxiety. That, you know, I mean, there's, you know, normal everyday anxieties anyway, but what social anxiety and that does, it magnifies these things to the point that, you know, probably I'd have gone on the Sunday and no one would even have mentioned it, or maybe just in passing and all that, but you get it so fixed in your head that as soon as you walk through that door, everyone's going to be going, why didn't you go to the party, why didn't you go to the party? And so you retreat and you instead decide, you know what, I just won't bother, and then I don't have to answer any of these questions. I mean, I've got one coming up on Thursday. Who knows if, yeah, and already things say, well, don't go on Thursday either. But no, you see, that is the trap. That is what you have to try and beat. And so, yeah, so this weekend was a bad weekend for my anxiety. Hopefully, as I say, from Thursday onwards, I can pick it back up again and try and have some more good days with it. But, you know, there's certain things that set it off. Surprise parties set it off. Builders set it off. Yeah, anything, you know, anything can set it off. You don't even, you know, you have your particular triggers, but then you could just be doing a normal everyday thing, and all of a sudden, bang, you're faced with a situation, and all of a sudden, whoop, up it comes. Yeah, I mean, life's not brilliant at the minute, but it's not as bad as it has been, and it's not as good as it has been. It's just, you know, middling at the minute. Yeah, there's nothing fantastic happening at the moment. I'm between, yeah, as far as the projects go, I'm sort of between shoots at the minute. Yeah, just editing a lot of stuff. So there's nothing on the horizon to look forward to at the minute. Once we get past the next few weeks, then I can start planning the next one and that, and then, you know, because it's one of those things. I mean, like someone else might ask, well, how can you do the things you do on your channel and all that, and yet at the same time you can't speak to somebody who's right in front of you? And that's the thing, you can't answer that, because that is your anxiety. And yeah, it's like now they've got those screens in McDonald's, so you don't have to, because in the past you just go up to the counter, you just go, Big Mac meal please, and that'd be it. Whereas now you can go scrolling all down there and going, oh, I'll have a double cheeseburger, a normal cheeseburger, a McFlurry, I'll have all that, you know, beep, and that's it. And you just wait until your number's called, grab it and go. And you know, at one level that could be a bit self-defeating, but at the same time it means I'm exploring more of the menu than I otherwise would. So, you know, yay. And that is, you know, the thing with things like anxiety, is each person has their own sort of way. So when I'm having trouble with something, you know, someone else might say, oh, that's a breeze and all that, but if it's a breeze for them, great, fantastic, but it's not a breeze for me. And that is kind of the whole point. Yeah, each person has their own individual sort of good and bad. I'm trying to work out which way is best. Is that better? No, you see, and then you start worrying about the little things. The little things become, you know, great big massive things, and then before you know it, you're not doing anything. You're just sitting at home thinking, I don't want to go because someone will say, why didn't you go the other day? And you see, and then you don't go again, and then next time someone else is going, oh, why didn't you go that time? Why didn't you go that time? And that's the whole thing. You have to shut these voices off. This video is not going to offer any advice or how to beat it or all that, because I'm still processing all that. I don't really want to give advice to anyone else at this point, because I'm still trying to work my own way out. Okay, so that is the sort of update at the minute. I'm just doing this mainly because, you know, I've just had this one bad weekend in, yeah, a fair amount of time. You never know how all the other stuff sort of feeds in, how like all the Caroline Flack stuff feeds into your own problems and all that. So who knows, each individual day comes, and some days you're yay, most days you're just kind of just getting through, and then at the end of it you've got, you know, the next day, and some are good, some are bad. So yay. Yeah, no advice, no point, no message, just a bit of a ramble. Yeah, most of the time I'm alright, but not all of it. So yeah, and it's here. Sometimes I keep looking at the screen rather than looking at here. That's bad. But I need to know I'm in focus. I need to know I can actually see me. Yes, I can. If I just do this, there we go. That might be better, because now I can't see the screen. I can only see the lens. So hopefully now I'll actually be talking to you rather than to that. So yeah, hopefully after we can build up. But the simple thing is, there is no quick fix. No matter what all these videos on YouTube say, there is no quick fix. You know, some people can manage it better than others, some people can overcome it better than others, and, you know, put it in its place. Like there's that video I was watching the other day saying fear and excitement are your body's doing the same stuff, so all you got to do is tell yourself you're excited instead of being anxious, and somehow that'll fix it. Yes, you know, well, you can give it a try. It might work, it might not. So the thing is, there's no quick fix for everyone. Every case is different, every person's different. What works for someone won't work for someone else. So yeah, just find your own way, and You will have your bad days. You will have your bad. Yeah, I had a bad weekend. Saturday and Sunday were just total write-offs. They may as well have not, because it may as well just gone straight from Friday to Monday for all the good, the weekend did. So, yeah. And that's nothing to do with the fact Everton lost. That's completely superfluous to all of this. Yeah, whether they'd won or not would have been, no difference whatsoever to the mood I was in, because that mood had existed right from the moment the previous week. I was saying, hey, there's a surprise party next weekend. Bring some crisps. They're more interested in the fact, what can you bring to the party, rather than, that's like their main thing. Sun's going in, don't know how that's affecting the light, because I've turned it around so I can talk to you and not to that. So, yeah, and then Thursday night, it only came up marginally, but I don't know. You create atmospheres that don't exist. You assume everyone's thinking the worst of you. You assume everyone's going, what's he doing? What's he doing? And the fact is, probably 99, if not 100% of people aren't even thinking about you whatsoever. They're just walking down the street. They're just standing over there. They're just passing by. You're not even in their thought processes. How many times have you been somewhere and other people have been there and you've paid them no attention whatsoever? That's technically what people are doing. You may think everyone's looking at you, but the fact is probably no one's looking at you. They're just sitting there and their eyes just happen to be in your direction and all that. So they're not actually staring at you. They're just staring. They're not even staring. They're just going, I wonder what's for tea today. And they just happen to be doing that in your direction. So it's all, different. It's all, we don't know how any of this is going to play out in the big picture. So, yeah, that's my little ramble for today. Don't know if you can take anything positive from that or not, but, we have good days, we have bad days. And if anyone's watching from the congregation, do not throw me a surprise party. If you're going to throw me a party, tell me about it. Yeah? Because if I think I'm going to a thing where there's only 3 people and there's 40, that's going to send this anxiety over the top. I mean, why would they throw me a party anyway, unless I was leaving or something, so to go into another town or something, but because I'm not married, so I'm not going to get any wedding anniversary parties. And do you know what, if it was something like a big one like 50s or 60 or 70, I think I'd have organised something myself for that, rather than just waiting for a surprise party. It's just, I don't see the point of them. A whole evening that's built essentially round 2 seconds. Surprise! Ah! And then you got 7 hours of sitting around eating food. I don't know. Anyway. That is the things that run through your brain. There is no rationality. You're just in the zone, and you can either rise or you can fall, or you can just try and stay on the edge and hope no one notices. But then you think everyone notices. So, yeah, anyway, that's where I'm at today. Hopefully I'll be better in a few days. So, bye.